Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawg, and we back to it. You know how we do it. Part 3 of Magic and Bird, a courtship of rivals basketball. First two parts been fire, y'all. So if you haven't watched the first two, I'm gonna link those in the description. Go ahead and watch those two. You don't want to watch part 3 without seeing part 1 and 2. For the ones that already watched those, y'all in the right place. I appreciate y'all, man. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We're on the way to 20K. On the way to 20K, y'all. 20K. It's crazy. I appreciate all of y'all for tapping in, man. Go ahead and like this video if you like it. And go ahead and write something in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this documentary so far. I don't even want to do too much talking. Let's just get straight into it, man. We got part 3 of Magic and Bird, a courtship of rivals basketball. Let's get it.
What tripped me out was I'm riding in the limo and I'm seeing orange trees and lemon trees in people's front yards. I said, stop, I gotta go pick an orange. Are you crazy? I said, no, I gotta do this. And so I ran up like a scared little kid, grabbed the orange and ran back to the limo. I'd never seen an orange tree. I'd never seen a lemon tree. I was fascinated.
When 20-year-old Irvin Johnson arrived in Los Angeles in the fall of 1979, he was a world away from Lansing, the only home he'd ever known. He was the #1 pick of the LA Lakers, a once dominant franchise stuck in mediocrity. In the stoic Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the Lakers had talent, was energy. Irvin Magic Johnson was a
What happened? You skipped on me?
and franchise stuck in mediocrity. In the stoic Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the Lakers had talent, was energy.
I don't know what happened, y'all.
Magic Johnson was only too happy to provide it.
LA!
Lit the place up.
LA!
Changed the franchise, changed the temperament. I changed it from the very first game. Here it was, the first game of a long season against the lowly Clippers. And
Shameless plug. We reenacted that exact play when I was filming for Winning Time. For some of you that don't know, that may be watching me for the first time, I was a basketball player on HBO's Winning Time. We recreated all of these iconic moments, and this was during season 1. We were filming season 1 when we reenacted this play, and I was on the Clippers team. I was World Be Free. I don't know if any of y'all know who that is, but that's who I played for this game. So if you go back and look at this this scene in the show, you'll see me out there being World Be Free. It was a super cool moment.
Magic was embracing Kareem as if they'd just won their 10th straight championship. It was like, man, this is a different kind of dude.
So it's just game 1, y'all.
From the day he arrived, he became the prince of the city. He reminded me of a guy who wakes up without an alarm clock. And that's what I used to always say. I want to be happy enough to wake up without an alarm clock because I want to go into my world.
It's funny. I think I remember something Magic said about that moment. Kareem hit the the hook shot from the free throw line for the win, and Magic was all on him, grabbing him, like they had just won the finals. And Kareem was like, yo, young fella, like, this is game 1, like, just relax. And Magic basically said something like, well, if you hit game winners like that, I'm going to be doing this after every game. Like, he didn't just take that approach where it was like, you know what, you right, my bad, Cap. Like, let me chill. He's like, no, this is me. This is the culture I'm trying to bring to the Lakers. Like, if you hit game winning shots, I'm going to be this happy every time. Like, you got to respect it, man. You got to respect the magic that he was trying to bring to the to LA and to the Lakers. No pun intended.
He had it, what it is. As far as I was concerned, the it was not his ability or his size. The it was his attitude, was his leadership, was his mind. I mean, I don't have to talk about Game 6 at Philadelphia.
Magic Johnson will shot.
In his rookie season, Magic had helped lead the Lakers to the NBA Finals against the Philadelphia 76ers. In
Rookie
Game
year.
6, with an injured Abdul-Jabbar back home in LA, Magic played all 5 positions, scored 42 points, grabbed 15 rebounds, and dished out 7 assists, leading the Lakers to the championship.
Crazy.
In just 4 years, he had won titles in high school, college, and the pros.
Magic,
Wow.
what do you have that makes you perform like this in these championship games?
Well, I don't know. Just I love to win.
Across the masthead of the Los Angeles Times the next day, it said, "It's Magic."
He was a star when he first arrived here, coming off the NC2A game. And quickly, during that first season, he became one of the stars in town. But that game put him on another level. That made him the star in town.
It's funny how I wanted to meet the celebrities, but they wanted to meet me. I was like shocked.
That's crazy.
Like, wow, you know who I am?
He was young, famous, and after Lakers owner Jerry Buss signed him to a 25-year, $25 million contract, very rich.
25 years, $25 million contract. Back then, that probably sounded crazy, but right now, that sounds like robbery. He's signing for 25 years? That's crazy.
The kid from Lansing was ready to sample a different kind of fruit. His playboy boss knew all the ripest trees.
I said, oh, I'm hanging with him. When they were coming into the box,
Yeah,
he had 10, 20 of them, and look, Irvin, which one you want? And I was like, oh, okay, it's like that.
Jerry Buss was really, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like he was living through Magic. Like Jerry Buss had all the money, all the success, all the opportunities, all these different things that he could do with his life, but he wanted to look like Magic Johnson. Let's keep it a frank. Let's keep it a buck. He brought Magic around because it made him kind of have that appearance that I feel like Jerry Buss wanted. He had everything else, but now he got this 19-year-old superstar right by his side that I felt like made his ego even bigger. Let me know how y'all feel about that.
And then he said, I'm going to take you to the Playboy Mansion. What? The mansion? No, you're kidding. I said,
Magic.
So I went there, and my first time, I'm bagging up like, I can't believe I'm in, but I'm bagging up away. It's like, I'm scared to death. Probably 10 guys to 100 women, Everybody think it's sex-driven, but it's really not. You have dinner, then you watch the latest movie. And then, of course, I don't want to ever say that sex wasn't involved, because if you meet somebody, that's what you wanted to do. You did that, but it's really a great experience to go up there.
I bet it was a great experience, Magic. I bet it was.
So yeah, I had fun there.
I bet.
He came to L.A. like the Pied Piper. People were giving him this and giving him that. But
What's the
he
Pied
stayed
Piper?
pretty
Who was that?
grounded to the game.
Everybody was getting high then, but you can't even smoke a joint around Magic.
He had real old school, down in the trenches work ethic. And that was honed in him by his dad, Irvin Johnson Sr.
Magic was always this guy. He never did none of that, so I did everything for him.
Magic Johnson was
John
living
Sally?
on a natural high. He was starring in the role of a lifetime, point guard of a Hollywood team with an offense called Showtime. He even had the alter ego perfect for the production.
Magic was his stage name. Even he would laugh about it.
Well, he always says there's two people. There's Irvin Johnson from East Lansing, and there's Magic Johnson from Hollywood.
Irvin Johnson is another guy. Here's Magic over here and here's Irvin over here.
Irvin is this fun-loving guy. Magic was so serious and dedicated to his game. And he was a crazy, crazy competitor and a crazy man.
Irvin, I think, is the smiling kid from Lansing. I think Irvin died about 25 minutes after the NCAA championship game.
Irvin doesn't have the ego that Magic has. Magic got a crazy ego, and winning is everything.
And Irvin wanted to, along with Magic, conquer LA.
After having led the Lakers to 2 NBA titles in their first 4 years in town, Magic and Irvin were well on their way.
I think Magic wanted to be friends with Larry Bird. He wanted to be friends with him on the World Invitational Tournament, and Larry just wasn't very receptive. I think he wanted to be friends with him during the Final Four. Larry wouldn't even go over and shake his hand. So now Magic's saying, well, what's with this guy? Everybody loves me. How come you don't love me? And then they get to their rookie year, the first time they play each other. Well, they have a very hard foul.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Separate a little bit. And Magic's like, all right, well, the hell with this guy. You don't like me? Fine. All right, good. I don't like you either.
You know, he's a very competitive player, and I'm a very competitive player, and we go head to head, and we go for blood almost.
The vibe was nasty. It was ugly. It was we didn't like each other.
I'm the one that did all that. To tell you the truth, it was. I just want to be hanging around him. I mean, that's my main competition.
And he couldn't escape the memory of losing to him in 1979.
Oh, it ate at him bad that he didn't win that national title against Magic. That was something, it just burned him.
It was.
I said it in my last video, y'all, that every superstar, for the most part, has that point in their career where something turned them up. Like with Michael Jordan, it was the bad boys kind of turning him up. Let me try to think. With Kobe, it was him airballing, him doing those 3 air balls in his rookie year. I think that kind of turned him up. With Larry Bird, I think it was that college game. The college game versus Magic right here, where he lost, he didn't play good, he was getting double teamed, he couldn't figure out, how to beat the pressure, just all of that. He didn't get it done, basically. I think that's what turned Larry Bird into Larry Bird. So let me know what y'all think about that. Am I right with that, or would y'all say it was another moment in Larry Bird's career that turned him into, Larry Legend?
One thing for them to be in the 79 championship. Magic had the better team. Everybody agreed with that. Magic had the better game. Fine. Now you get to the pros. Larry has this incredible year.
Off the 1-footer.
But there he is, watching in a club while Magic Johnson wins a championship, and he's thinking, all right, I'm behind 2-0 now.
Yeah, I watched that game, and I couldn't believe it. I always wanted to play at that level.
But what Bird couldn't possibly have known was that he had inspired Magic's performance when he was named Rookie of the Year earlier that same day.
The PR person from the Lakers says, hey, Irvin, the Rookie of the Year voting has come out. And Magic says, okay, well, who won? He said, well, Larry Bird won. And Magic says, well, was it close? And he said, oh, no. He went out that day, yes, to try to win the NBA championship, but also to prove it to one Larry Bird. You know what? I should have been Rookie of the Year.
Even though I won the championship, I still wanted to win Rookie of the Year too.
He won that championship. I was pissed. I want him one.
But even after he had won one the next year, his obsession only grew deeper.
And I know I'm pausing a lot, y'all, because this is my video. This is what I'm going to do. But I think this is so great, y'all. This is a life lesson right here, y'all, that we watching, that we listening to right here. They motivated each other. Like, that's something that a lot of y'all, not just speaking, this is what a lot of people in general needs to kind of think about. When you see somebody doing something that you want to be doing, don't hate on them. Don't find excuses on why you can't do that or why you didn't do that, or the only reason they did that because it is. Like, no, use it as motivation. Use it as inspiration. Both of these dudes used the other person as motivation. Larry Bird used the fact that Magic was out there winning championships, and he just beat him in the national championship before that. Now he winning finals championships. Like, he used all that motivation to be who he was going to be, in the rest of his career. Like, he used that as motivation. And on the opposite end, Magic used Larry Bird getting Rookie of the Year as motivation. So they both used the other person to make them become better players. Like, they didn't feel sorry for themselves. They didn't, what, man, he's not even that good for, like, they just didn't hate on it. And I think that's a valuable lesson with this, is when you see somebody out there that got something that you got, use it as motivation, y'all. Use it as motivation. That's my lesson for the day.
I'd get up in the mornings and see what he did because their games came on
motivation.
Late. Look at the box score. I had to have him there for some reason, like a crutch, somebody I can compare myself to.
I hated what was being said that Larry was better than me and I'm just a guy who can control the game. My first 4 or 5 years, that bothered me a lot. I didn't tell nobody it bothered me, but it did.
Their competitive dislike emerged from a greater truth, that on the court, they were doppelgangers. Team-oriented stars who cared about winning above all else. Basketball savants who fused the substance of the 60s with the style of the 70s to create a new and exciting yet selfless way to play the game in the 1980s.
Yeah, I'm going to pass. But I'm going to pass in a way to make you look like a jackass. They were so similar in the way they competed. I mean, if they were two halves of the same brain.
Same craziness to excel.
I seen that first couple days I was with him.
Basketball IQ off the chart.
Seen the game a little different, most players.
Playing the game the right way was everything.
A lot of guys can just score. A lot of guys can just rebound. A lot of guys can just make plays. We can do it all.
Larry and Magic could control the game with 12 shots. It was amazing. They'd be 7 for 12. They'd have 20 points, 15 rebounds, and 12 assists. And you go, man, the guy shot the ball 12 times and was the best player on the court by far.
But I think it was tough at first. I don't think either one of them wanted to recognize that they had any equal anywhere in what they did. But they sure as hell didn't want to recognize that their equal happened to be that other guy.
That's why we hated each other too, because we knew we were mirrors of each other.
I think for a while the two of them had to come to grips with that.
They had begun changing the game, but with continued low television ratings and tape-delayed finals, the league was struggling to get the word out. When the NBA and CBS signed a new TV deal before the 82-83 season, the rescue plan was simple. Sell more Bird and Magic, and sell them not just as ball players, but as arch-rival characters in their own dramatic saga.
You got this slick Showtime African-American guy out west, and you got the lunch bucket, floppy-haired white guy with the bruises all over his body. It's central casting. It's perfect.
I mean, this was like made in heaven. In 1979, this idea of Magic and Bird was created, and so that was sort of a no-brainer. We'd have a doubleheader. It would be the Celtics playing first and the Lakers playing second, and that's the way we did it.
And when the Celtics and Lakers both reached the finals just a year into the new TV deal in 1984, it appeared the superstar investment was about to pay off.
It was huge. It was probably the biggest moment the NBA had up to that point. You had Boston and LA, East against West. It had all the elements of a classic showdown.
Including what was becoming the most inescapable element of all.
Did we know that blacks and whites were lining up? The whites with the Celtics, the blacks with... Of course we knew that.
Even in the Celtics' own backyard.
They land at Logan Airport at the 84 finals. He's getting accosted by various people who are telling him Larry's going to take him down. But this one older African-American gentleman comes up to me and goes, Magic, I want to wish you well. Good luck. I want you to crush the Celtics. And he said, oh, where are you from? He said, well, I'm from Boston. And he said, you're from Boston and you're rooting for the Lakers? I thought everybody here was crazy about the Celtics. And he looked right at me and said, now why would I root for those white boys?
Boston, after all, was a town still scarred by the ugly busing crisis of the mid-70s. A violent period of urban unrest during which white had been pitted against black. The resulting taint on the city nationally, coupled with a Boston roster littered with white players, affirmed to many black Americans that the Celtics were not the team for them.
Even today, people said, you played with the Celtics. And, I hated you at that time. I wanted Magic to win. I didn't want that damn Larry Bird to win. We had all these black players, but they looked at us because we had Larry Bird leading us as a team that was white.
They were perfect archetypes for what was becoming the biggest story in sports. But for the real-life players, the narrative was much simpler.
It's finally going to happen. We get to go head-to-head again. It's just a matter of rolling that ball out there and let's get it on.
Welcome then. And that's where we're going to end this video at. The beginning of the first finals matchup between these two. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Part 3 was great. This was a great kind of introduction to when they start playing against each other in the league. We've seen like their intros of how they grew up, their college career, their first couple years in the league, and now it's to that finals matchup between the two. So that'll be in part 4. That'll be in part 4, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in for the first 3. And I'll see y'all soon. We out.